Okay, it looks like we are officially live, and it's almost 6 minutes after. A little bit late. This is an emergency broadcast. We almost couldn't do it. We just got done editing a video and shooting a video and all that kind of good stuff. And actually, Bree is working right now on Twitter, distributing it. And she's going to be joining us shortly, live on the show, hence the extra chair here. I wonder if she's going to be able to climb into that chair. She's going to have to be a contortionist because we have to be very close because of the shot, the camera shot here. So, yes, we have news on today's show. And let me get this nasty spot off the glasses. The lights really show up any problems with the glasses. And they accentuate any problems with the glasses. Somebody said that the cough I have, that it's lung cancer. Wow, that's pretty scary. I hope that's not the case. I don't think lung cancer would give the ringing in the ears and that other stuff. But who knows? Who knows? Anything is possible, folks. Carlos is laughing out loud. Let's see. Let's get caught up on the comments. Stig says, good evening, Craig and everybody. He was early. Pelosi's dentures was in early. Even my owner stopped doing what she was doing and put me in to watch this show. A tale of two gold. There goes that lung cancer. A tale of two gold stunners. And I'm going to just call him 66. He says, good evening, all. Be classic. In case you need dentures, get yellow gold ones. I hope to reincarnate in one of those. I have a yellow gold tooth cap. There you go. And Leslie's in the house. And let's see, but alas, a Seiko 5 on wrist. Cheers, Leslie. Great Skype yesterday. Yes, they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. And Carlos is in the house. I already said that, laughing out loud. And She-Town's in the house. Craig, you need a gold stunner on a gold bracelet. Well, you know Fope, which I don't have the Fope on wrist right now because Brianna's wearing it. She'll be here with it in a moment. Fope used to make, they started out making bracelets for watches. So I'd suggested that there be a collaboration and that they make some bracelets because this clasp is already made in Italy, so Grand Seiko already has a history of working with manufacturers in Italy. So I suggested that maybe Fope make some bracelets for some of the Grand Seikos. Of course, which is usually the case, they don't listen to me. Nobody listens to Craig. So what can I say? They just don't listen. Cheetown's in the house. A doctor told me to not go on WebMD because he said all the searches lead to cancer. Well, see, this wasn't a search. This was somebody commented on my video and said that that's what I had. So Leslie says thank you to Stig. Carlos says hello to Leslie. And Leslie says hi to Carlos. So there we go. So let me just show a photo while we're waiting for the lovely Brianna to make an appearance. Here is a photo. Earlier today. What I did was I treated both of these with I think it's Beckman. I'll show you in a minute. It's a special treatment for exotic leathers, and I treated both straps with that product. And let me see here. I'll scroll down. You can see here. I put in the thing. It's Bickmore, Bickmore, exotic is what the product is called. And so there are the two watches. Now, I also have further news. I ordered from HD Straps. I ordered 5 more straps. 5 more straps. So I'm going to have incoming, a dark brown strap for the 002 and croc, a black strap and ostrich leg, not the ostrich with the bumps on it, but the leg leather, which is smooth. So I'm going to have an ostrich in dark brown and a black in croc for that, for the 002. And for Brianna's 038, we're going to have, that's the SBGX 038, by the way. We're going to have 3 straps incoming. One, let me try to get this right. One black, oh, come on in. Come on in, Bree. It's going to be difficult, but you got to be in there tight to get in the shot. So, so for her 038, take your time. You should be able to set it up here, I think, the laptop. For her 038, we have 3 straps incoming. We have a black croc, a dark brown croc, and a black ostrich coming for you. So keep that mic fairly close, okay? And so that's coming for the lovely lady Brianna. And so,
do I show them
yeah, show the watch. Show the watch. So there's the watch on wrist, and the strap is definitely too long. There's a lot of extra slack there, and so we reordered, and the buckle side is going to be a little shorter, and then the long side of the strap is going to be quite a bit shorter. And so that will probably help it lay on the wrist better. But it already lays on the wrist pretty good. I think it looks good, and I think the size looks good on your wrist. Maybe we'll get some comments.
5mm.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some comments from the chat as to how it looks on wrist.
With the Fope.
Yeah, keep it up so they can see it. Yeah, keep the watch up so they can see it some more. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And let's see what we've got here in the way of comments. Beer serve, still waiting. Craig, you used to be quite frugal. Are you in a slippery slope? In other words, am I spending too much money? We just spoke earlier about spending money. Yeah, we've been spending a little bit of money lately, but
We're working.
there you go. There you go.
We're being productive.
Well, the other thing is that watch.
We have Bitcoin coming.
Let's get that watch up in the shot here. That watch you will be able to wear for 50 years.
Oh, yeah.
Without doing anything significant, just changing the battery every 3 years or so. And that's it. No servicing, no nothing to worry about. It'll just be stone cold accurate. I'm a little bit jealous. I kind of wish the 002 was a 9F movement, to tell you the truth. I'm just so enamored with that 9F movement. And that particular watch is just stunning. I had forgotten how stunning that watch was until I saw it again. And to tell you the truth, I like the gold case back with the lion. I like that. I prefer that to the display back. So there's some things about the 038 that I really like. So, and you really liked it, didn't you, when you saw it?
Oh, yeah.
What was your reaction when you first saw it? Do tell.
I thought it was like, yeah, it's like too nice, too gold, too much gold, but I like it.
Yeah.
It looks very classy on everything.
And you were kind of spoiled by the 002. Excuse me, you had been wearing the 002.
Yeah, I mean, the
And
002 was...
You were kind of a little bit spoiled by it, and I was a little concerned that you were going to be let down by the 038. But
No.
I mean, it's an equally as gorgeous watch. It is not. I mean, here. Let's go back to this shot here. Hit 4 there. I mean, they're both equally stunning. I mean, I mean, it's a coin toss as to which one is more stunning. So go back to camera 1. We won't be switching too much, Bree. I won't make you do that too much here. And keep an eye on your. We got more news, and you're backed up there. So get on your comments. I'll keep on top of these comments. And I got to tell you what Bree's doing right now. She just released another video on her Twitter in the series of Bitcoin VIPs, and this one's about Max Kaiser. And so she's got to stay right on top of replying to people and thanking them for retweets and all, because she's trying to get this one to go viral like some of the others have. So what's the view count up to now?
3,800.
3,800 views, and it hasn't even been an hour. So
Yeah. I
that's
just posted it.
that's pretty good. So keep on top of that, Bree, and I'm going to follow up on the comments here. Okay, Bree looks like a Burberry model, absolutely.
Thank you.
But to finish up on the slippery slope, we are trying to purchase items that have a very long, useful life, and so yeah. And as far as getting the straps from HD Straps, I really felt bad that he sent me those samples. He gave me a really good price on those samples, on the auspices that Steve would be stocking them, would buy some straps and be offering them to his clients. And Steve never followed up on that, never did that. And so I felt kind of bad, almost like I misled him. And so that's why I ordered 5 straps from him. He gave me a good price, but I ordered 5 straps. And these on that cough. These are the straps that have the folded edges, so they're really made the right way. They're made the same way that the original Grand Seiko straps are made. It's a more time-consuming process to make the strap that way, and so they're typically more expensive. And his normal price on that strap is $150 for each strap. And I don't know if I'm talking out of school here, but he gave them to me for $100 a piece, which I still think is fair, especially considering that, he had basically given me those sample straps, including the one that's on here. I paid for shipping, but, he basically gave this strap to me. And with the idea that I would test it and check it out and all that, and then Steve would buy some to stock in his store, and that never happened, so I kind of felt bad about that. Maybe it'll still happen at some point, but Steve has not done it as of now. So, all right, so let me get caught up here. Look how classy you are today, Bree, donning a Burberry. And we got to tell the story on this Burberry. We got a lot to share here today.
Yeah. So this was made by my mom, actually.
This was a liner. It was a liner from one of my old Burberry coats, raincoats, and it's a wool liner with long sleeve, and her mom took it and customized it into a jacket for Bree, did a bunch of customizing on it, made the belt because she cut it down the length and she used that extra fabric to make the belt and put belt loops on it, and she tailored it to fit Bree. And maybe we can go to camera 2 and you can model it, but I don't know how good the focus is on that, but we can try it. Why don't you go to camera 2 and see?
So something's wrong with my mic.
Oh, it's turned down. I'm sorry. Darn it.
Okay.
I'm glad they said something. Okay.
Yeah.
It was potted down. Okay. So now we're going to get you away from the mic anyway. All right. Yeah. So let's cut to camera 2. And the focus might not be great, but at least they'll be able to see it. It's not terrible. So just go ahead and model it so they can just see what it looks like from the back and everything. And you don't have it buttoned, but you could also button it if you wanted to. But that's what it looked like. And that started out life as a liner and she put a liner inside the liner so that the wool wouldn't itch Bree. And so she put a nice liner in there. Her mom did all of that. And I think that is fantastic. Now that's frugal. That's what you call frugal. Recycling an old liner that I wasn't using anymore into a really cool jacket. Okay, so look, okay, is that a Brooks Brothers Breeze? No, it's Burberry. We just talked about that. Looking good on Bree. The Gold 9F Stunner and the Apple Watch are good 2-watch rotation for Bree. Absolutely, because she can just grab the Gold Stunner and go. She doesn't have to worry about winding it, setting it. She knows it's going to be spot on accurate at all times. And absolutely she can do that. Okay, come on back. Switch back to camera 1 there. Okay, and so Gee, the word droning means queen in Danish, and that is what Lady Brianna looks like for certain. Okay, queen. Good. There we go. Craig, something is wrong with Bree's mic. Okay, yeah. Hopefully we got that fixed. I'm just trying to catch up here. Cheetown, Craig, you own more watch straps than some guys own pairs of shoes. Well, here's my other thought process on that. Is it's an insurance policy for my watch, my 002, just in case I do decide to take that bold move and start wearing this one all the time. I'll have the straps in stock, ready to go. I'll have pretty much a lifetime supply of straps, probably, especially if that commenter is correct and that I've got lung cancer. He said I have lung cancer.
Who said that?
Somebody commented on one of the videos. That's what he said.
I don't think
So
so.
we will see. Let's see. Okay, rose gold MacBook Air Pre.
Oh, yes.
Okay, there you go.
Rose gold, kind of.
And next time she's going to get regular gold, but I don't think they probably don't offer that.
I don't think
Leslie's in the house. The watch looks stunning on Bree. Did you guys buy a brown and black strap for the watch? Yes, she has, Leslie, she has 3 straps coming from HD Straps. She has a black croc, a black ostrich, and a dark brown croc that we just ordered from HD Straps. So they will get here when they get here. I don't know what his production delay is. I don't know how quick they'll get here. He was pretty quick last time. Now it's fine, better. Okay, oh wow, a Burberry coat liner repurposed into a fleece robe. Talk about luxury to last. There you go. And also, this past week, you repurposed one of my old Burberry coats, raincoats, to fit you.
Yes.
She repurposed it and set it up to have a belt also.
My mom.
And so now she's got a Burberry raincoat that she can wear on top of this Burberry jacket.
Yeah.
So there you go. She's hooked up as far as Burberry coats and jackets go. Let's see. When did Bree get the gold stunner? Okay, when did you pick it up from Little Treasury? Let's tell the whole story for folks who don't know the whole story.
It was like Wednesday.
I originally bought.
Afternoon.
Yeah, I originally bought the watch from Japan. I bought it on eBay. It was shipped to me from Japan. Turned out to be a stunner. I took a chance, right? Took a chance. Turned out to be a stunner. And then Blue kind of pestered me, and he wanted the watch. He wanted the watch, and so he bugged me a little bit. And I said, "Listen, you can buy one on eBay. There was a couple of them back then. They're kind of hard to find, but there was 1 or 2 back then. They usually have the gold dial. They're rare with the dial that you have, and I like your dial much better. But in any event, he wanted it. I ended up selling it to him. And so he had it for a while. I don't know, it's been over a year, I guess, that I sold it to him. Time flies, folks. Time flies. Pursue your dreams, because time flies. So anyway, he ended up trading it into Little Treasury for, I guess, that winter edition Grand Seiko. And I had told Steve that I had some interest in the watch for Bree. And so Steve gave me a good price on the watch, and now it's back. So I think that's karma. Is that called karma? Is that what that is? Something like that.
I guess
Serendipity? Something. Somebody in the chat will let us know what that all means. But it's back here. It's got a good home.
Like a cycle.
It's got a good home.
Definitely.
And
we'll
so
be on the wrist for some time.
For a long time, right?
Yeah.
You got a strong hand. You're going to hold Bitcoin and hold the Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Craig, did you get purple stitching for Bree's straps? No, I didn't. I don't like when you change the color I don't like the stitching to stand out like that, contrasting stitching. I think it makes it look a little less classy on a strap, on straps like this. On a more sporty watch, I love it. I think it makes sense. But on on these dressier watches, I think the stitching should be the same color as the
I
strap.
agree.
So I think that's the way we'll go on all that. But it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Let's see. Craig, you used to own a stunner looking just like this Breeze stunner, I remember. Yes, Derek, it is the same exact watch. That's correct. I just went through that story, so now you know. Buserve, perhaps you can update the order before he starts working on it. Bree, your mom ever consider selling repurposed garments on Etsy? I think she's going to start doing some high-end custom work
Yeah.
and doing videos for her channel.
Yeah.
And
She has
so
a YouTube channel.
there's going to be some cool stuff coming.
She actually made a video on this
Yeah,
jacket.
exactly. And there's going to be some cool content coming. She's going to make a video about the Burberry coat that she did for you also.
Right.
The raincoat. So stay tuned. There's going to be some cool content coming on her channel.
She's learning to edit and to do all the photography things.
And she's going to get a MacBook Air also. So
with the M1 chip.
She's coming along. She's coming along. Do you want me to email him and tell him to put purple stitching on one of the straps? Or do you think what do you think? See, also, this is kind of a small strap, so I don't know how much it would stand out, how good it would look. I'm a little concerned about doing that on that strap. On a sportier
Maybe
strap.
like a dark purple? I don't want it to be like too purple, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
we'll see. We'll see. We might email him and see what he thinks, but I'm not so sure about that.
We should look at photos or something.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I read that. Derek, it seems Craig has opened the safe of recovered BTC from the accident. I think the date is near. Oh, jeez, okay. Blue strong-armed him like the pilgrims took the natives' land. Yeah, he wanted that watch back in the day, and then he ended up trading it in. Serendipity works, okay? Cheatown. He's taking care of that issue for us. Derek's in the house. Oh boy, Carlos has Craig's date. Somebody in the chat, let us know, please.
Max Kaiser retweeted it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Really? Congratulations, Bree.
2 times, actually.
Max has 240,000 followers on Twitter, and he just retweeted her tweet.
Yeah.
What did he say when he retweeted it?
He said, I feel like I need to do a dance video now.
Oh, you should reply to him. Did you already reply?
I said, thank you so much for the retweet.
Yeah, reply to him again.
He actually retweeted it twice, you see?
Yeah, and say, I would love to have you dance with me on a video. This is cool. Max Kaiser, he's a cool guy, if any of you guys know who we're talking about.
To have you
dance with me in my video. Okay.
Cool.
All right, let me see here what we got here. Bree, Derek, okay. Okay, that watch has been around the world. Yes, it has. It's been around, and it's done fine. It's held up. It's been around. Carlos is in the house. I have a feeling that Steve did not accept the first offer. No, he didn't. He didn't. I made the offer with cash, Carlos, when we were there together. I made an offer. He didn't take it. But he ended up taking it later. He took that same offer later on. So that's why I got to watch. I was good for my offer. I made the offer. It wasn't a one-time offer. It was a standing offer. And he ultimately called me and we made the deal. I'm pleased. Purple is the color of royalty. So a purple strap for Bree would work. Oh, so he's thinking maybe the whole strap should be purple.
Ooh.
Maybe
Purple and gold?
Maybe we'll send an email to HD Straps and see what he thinks. I think maybe purple stitching, if anything. on the black one. But I don't know how well it would stand out. See, if you have black with like white stitching, it really stands out. But just a purple stitching, it might work. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think we might be overthinking this whole thing. Let's see. And Jaden says, Gold Stunner, congrats. Yes, yes, yes. And hey, bigger congrats on Bree getting a retweet from Max Kaiser. Whoa. We're sitting here with a heavy hitter. What's the view count up to now?
Let's see. 7,400.
7,400 views and counting, folks. 7,400 views and counting.
And it's on Twitter. So, yeah, Bree Dance on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter. She's at Bree Dance on Twitter, so check it out. It's pinned to the top of her Twitter. So check it out and retweet. We want more retweets.
Yeah, retweets.
Let's see. Kyle Jet says, I thought about buying that watch from Blue. It's so nice. Yes, it is a stunner. And they're not easy to come by, that particular model. Derek's in the house. Craig, when do you plan on getting the date back? Which of us has it? Good question. Good question. Two good questions from Derek. Carlos is in the house. I saw both Gold Stunners in real life. Both are great. Oh, so you looked at the 038 also, Carlos. Tell us. Do tell. Tell us your impressions of the 038. Please do tell.
Do tell.
And Cheetown, yeah, like a nice eggplant purple. Okay. I would consider purple stitching on black. Okay. Kyle, there are 2 of those for sale on Yahoo Japan right now, but I can't find one on eBay. Yahoo Japan. Okay. Kyle, what are the prices? Do tell. And what's the condition like? Condition and price. My Seiko 5 has a date. Will do for now, as I'm old and forget the day, etc. Okay. Kyle's in the house. They are much harder to find now. Great watch, Bree. And they weren't really that common even back in the day. Most of them that I stumbled across on eBay had the gold dials. And it wasn't as common to see the ones with the dial that she has. I guess that's called a silver dial. I'm not sure what the actual term is, but I much prefer it. Jaden says, I vote purple. Carlos, you saw the date in person. Craig's date? No, he didn't see that. I don't think so. 038 is very nice. I can certify it. Okay. Why about a purple strap with medium brown stitching? I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure about that. I would say dark purple with a lighter purple stitching if we were going to go that route.
Yeah.
We'll email him and see what he thinks. See what the professional thinks. Gotta be purple. Oh, jeez. Well, we got 3 of them coming. We could have 1 purple. Remind me when we get off.
Sure.
Okay. And the problem with Twitter is, even when somebody retweets something, it doesn't mean everybody in their Twitter feed sees it. Twitter decides how many people to push it out to. They're throttling stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that. And Kyle says they are just under 4K. It is in yen, so it's a rough estimate. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So Kyle says there's a couple of them on Yahoo Japan or whatever for just under 4,000. So,
cool.
Yeah. Dark purple and gold are royal colors.
They are.
Bree says they are. Okay. Eduardo's in the house. Had an epiphany the other day. I could get a new Datejust for $12K or a Day-Date 18238 for $15K. No brainer. Yeah, but yeah, assuming you can find an 18238 in really good condition. Some of them have been rode hard and put away wet. So yeah, if you get one in good condition for 15K, heck yeah, I say that would be a much better move than 12K for some steel watch any day of the week. Purple and gold are also Louisiana State University colors. Pelosi says, my owner dropped me from her mouth when she saw the stunner on Bree's wrist. She doesn't use to drop me like that for that kind of reasons. Derek said, that's okay, Carlos. Did Clyster buy the date? Derek has date on the brain. Derek should get a date and call it a day. I mean, he's been salivating. He's been salivating over dates for forever. Let me go. I'm going to cut back to these pictures. I got it here, okay? There's the stunners again. The stunners side by side. Stunners. And after I treated the straps, it's going to be interesting to see how well these straps hold up to heavy use. Because Bree's going to be wearing hers a lot. I'm going to be wearing mine a lot. And we will know how well these straps hold up. Now, hers does not have the deployant clasp. So that puts a little more wear on it when you put it on and off, but you'll be careful when you're putting it on and off.
Definitely.
And
I'll keep it very secure in a bag and with the
when you're not
microfiber.
wearing it. Yeah, when you're not wearing it.
When I'm not wearing it.
Yeah. So, okay, Derek has date tension big time. Yeah, I would say. So, notifications still coming in? Yep.
Yeah.
Still coming in. You got messages you got to catch up on. So what Bree does, just so you know what the routine is here, she's been releasing one of these videos on average every week. This one she released a little late because of Thanksgiving. Normally she releases them on Saturday. And so today she released it on Sunday, even later in the day than normal.
Yeah.
And so what she does when she releases the video is she stays on top of everybody that retweets it, everybody that comments it. She replies to them and thanks them, because then they're more likely to do it next time. And plus, every reply like that is a signal to Twitter, and then Twitter decides to then push it out to more people. And that's how you get it to snowball. And you get it to go viral, which he had with the Saylor video that had 600,000 plus views. The one about Michael Saylor, which was her breakout video on Twitter. You had like 300 followers at the time.
Yeah.
Now you have more than 6,000.
Catching up to you.
So you're catching up. You're going to pass me pretty soon, I think. Yes. Let's see. Cheetown says, for some reason, steel stunner just doesn't sound quite right. Gold stunner is where it's at. Yeah, don't think steel and stunner go together. Eduardo in the house, he's laughing. He's crying so hard. He's laughing so hard. And Derek says, I have only my Apple iWatch since I made a barter for the tutor last year. I need a nice replacement. There you go. I think date 8. And here's another one for the white gold. I love white gold. Yeah, I know. 3 dots, yeah. Well, Carlos loves white gold, and I'll tell you, his date 840 was stunning. Is Michael Saylor proud to be Bree's first? You know what? He did comment on it. He said some very favorable things. We should play that clip. I'm going to play it.
My YouTube channel.
This is amazing what Michael Saylor said. Give me a second here to find it.
Hopefully I can actually meet him or talk to him.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Interview or something.
That would be so cool. Give me a second here. I'm going to pull up this video. And let's cut to 4.
As well, and what you think of it.
It's quite hypnotic, isn't it?
I'm not even kidding. It's actually the first thing I think of.
You know, so first of all, I cannot officially comment on the video, but it's hypnotic, and it does make me think this, which is one of the great strengths of the Bitcoin community and crypto Twitter is there's this massive amount of very creative inspired, entrepreneurial people, and they're always thinking about how to communicate the message and how to drive awareness. And if I hired 100 people in marketing and I spent $40 million a year and I said, I'm going to market Bitcoin, they would all huddle and they would work through all their ideas. And in 90 days, they would come up with an idea which is about 1/40th as good as that. It would get knocked down by the lawyers. And there's none of that would ever happen. And yet in Twitter, you've got 1,000 people trying 1,000 different things. And if they're really awful, they get one like and they die. And if they're, there's no guarantee.
I'll let it play through because
we don't know that someone else didn't create their own video. It's just you didn't see it. So someone gets together with somebody else. They produce something. They want to send a message. It picks up steam. It goes viral. It gets 600,000 views, right? And it happens in 24 hours while you're sleeping. And that's the real power of decentralization and the hive mind and the cyber swarm. And it's just awesome.
Michael and Scott, thank you for helping me and for promoting Bitcoin.
Okay, so, I want to make sure that stopped. Okay, let's get back to camera one. All right, so those were some amazing words that he said about your video.
Definitely.
I mean, he basically called Brianna a genius. Oh, it's playing. Crying out loud. Sorry about that, folks. He basically called Brianna a genius. That's what he did. Basically said that you're all that. So hopefully he'll let you interview him. So,
hopefully.
Okay. Craig, let's alleviate their attention. You teased about a future day date watch. No, I said that we'd be talking about a day date on the show. And yes, that's coming up. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to this channel. We've got an exciting special about a really cool day date coming up soon, maybe even tomorrow night. Kyle's in the house. That is good deal these days. If it's in good shape, they're going up in price. Okay, I don't know which watch they're talking about there. Fond a couple of the forums. Nothing for sure yet. Might wait for the market to cool off. I'll tell you, I've been talking up the day dates too much. That's the problem. That's why the prices have been going. People are starting to wake up, right? I should have just kept my mouth shut, not talked about them, and kept the prices depressed. That's my fault. Congrats, Brian Craig. Well done.
Thank
Eduardo, according to the market data, 9 months ago, you could get a mint day date with papers for around 12.5. I think in a year it'll come down. Yeah, if we all stop talking about them, yes, we got to stop talking about day dates. But Derek keeps bringing it up. And let's see, Craig, how many dollars worth of stainless steel is in one of those $75,000 Patek Philippe Nautiluses? That's a good question. Maybe $3 worth? That's a good question. Stainless steel is not that expensive. Even 904L is not that expensive. Let's see. Craig, please, need this show. All right. Are you keeping up? Barely, right? Keeping up. What's the view?
They just keep on coming.
What's the view count at now? 9,700. You're about to hit 10,000 views. Keep going, Bree. Keep on top of those messages, too. Some guy just made an indecent proposal to you via message.
Yeah, I just tell him to go to Patreon.
Yeah. There you go.
Pay.
Yeah, go become a Patreon. That's right. That's what he
Or
needs to do.
OnlyFans.
That's what he has to do. And then he's still not going to get what he wants, but oh well. Sometimes you just don't get what you want in this world. Craig, what would you do if GS releases a new 002 but with auto? That's a very good question. Here's the thing. I think it would be really tricky for them to keep the watch this trim and add auto wind to it, this thin. So that's the big advantage to having the manual wind, is it can be nice and flat on the wrist like this one is. And so if they could somehow wave a magic wand and keep it this thickness, give it auto wind, give it a screw down crown, and give it an all gold bracelet, wow. Yes, I would trade immediately. I would trade up to that watch. There'd be no hesitation. That would be basically the perfect watch that Kyle and I have talked about. Kyle, do you agree if they came out with an 002, this same thickness, everything the same, but with auto wind and a screw down crown and an all gold bracelet made by Fope, right? I mean, would that be the awesome? That would be the awesome sauce on top of the awesome sauce. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm in the water glass again. Hardly can watch the show. Eduardo, Craig, thoughts on Jenny Ellie? She's the fastest growing watch channel on YouTube right now, 109,000. I haven't watched her stuff. I've got to check it out. I got to check it out. Sounds good. GS could make the O2 automatic if they used a micro rotor. There you go. Does winding your watch every day bond you to your watch? People say that, but I mean, it's, first of all, I don't wind it every day. This one has a 3-day power reserve, so I usually wind it every other day. And it's not a big deal to wind it, but yeah, I would rather have auto wind, I'll be honest with you. Then I wouldn't even have to worry about it. But then, of course, I'd have to give it enough wrist time. It would have to be an all-the-time watch. Because having an auto wind watch that you're not wearing enough, that's even worse, because you got to unscrew the crown to wind it, because you're going to have to manually wind it anyway, right? Because you're not giving enough wrist time for the wrist movement to wind it. So that would be worst case. That would be a worst case scenario. This one, at least, I can just manually wind it every 2 days. I don't have to worry about it. But if it was automatic and I wasn't wearing it enough, then I'd have to unscrew the crown and wind. It would just be a pain. So I wouldn't want to go there. Been there, done that. I've had 2 auto wind watches in rotation and had problems with the one stopping. That's why I ultimately end up selling the Date 8, is because I couldn't keep them both running. So that was an issue. And then back in the day, for several years, I had the Date 8 in rotation with the Omega that was quartz, the Seamaster 120 that was quartz. That solved that problem, right? Of one of them stopping. Just gave the Date 8 enough wrist time, and the quartz, of course, doesn't care about wrist time. So it's an issue. It's an issue, and we've talked about it on the channel. Let's see. Kyle says, you forgot to mention some kind of on-the-fly adjustment function, no tool needed. Yes, they should build that into the bracelet. Kyle, you and I could sit down with them and we could just design. It would probably only take us about a half an hour, right? We could sit down with them and we could design the world's finest watch that was ever made. Because we got a good starting point here, right? All we have to do is add auto wind, add the screw down crown, and add the gold bracelet, and we're there. We are there. Let's see. Lamont is gaming on Game Boy Advance SP. Okay. Can we see Bree's 9F Stunner? They want to see your 9F Stunner again. Let's flash.
SBGX 038.
Yeah, flash.
Seiko.
Flash the gold stunner again.
The Fope bracelet.
And the Fope bracelet, absolutely. So now we got to get you a Fope bracelet, because I can't keep lending you mine. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you.
I mean, it looks good on you too. I mean, it's your size.
Should I put it on?
Yeah.
Now watch this. Watch how cool this is. You just roll it right over your hand, and that's it. It's on. No clasp. No clasp to fail, to break, any of that nonsense. You just roll it
It
right
looks
on
nice,
over your
like
wrist,
on top of the cuff.
and it just hangs there, and it just hangs loose right there. You can get them in different
Cool.
sizes. Okay. G-Town, California says sells his Rolex and buys a GS and is ambivalent at best about the romanticism of manual wine. Craig is ruthless like that. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Eduardo says, I have 3 Auto Rhine Rolexes now, and I haven't had to give one to my mom to keep, and I've had to give one to my mom to keep it running. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's almost impossible to keep 3 running if you're honest with yourself. I mean, it's just almost impossible. Kyle's in the house. I believe we could. Yes, half an hour we sit down, we could come up with the perfect watch. And there wouldn't be that much debate between Kyle and I because we kind of are on the same page with what we want. It's not rocket science here, folks. ViewServe sent a link. Carlos, to be sincere, I must say that stunner looks better on Bree's wrist. Oh my gosh, yes. It looks stunning on Bree's wrist. Stunning, 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 stunning.
Of course.
You got to keep up, Bree. You're not keeping up with the notifications there. Okay, let's see. Could Bree wear the Fope as a choker? I don't think she could get it over her head. It wouldn't stretch enough to go over her head. It would probably fit around her neck, but I don't think she could get it over her head. It only stretches 30%. 30% stretch. Oh, I'm sorry. Craig, did you...
Don't want to break it.
Craig, did you... I think he meant, were you looking into a pinky ring? Yes, I want to get a nice 18-karat gold pinky ring, and I told Steve to keep his eyes open for somebody coming in selling a real nice one. Sometimes people just want to sell their gold jewelry. And I told him to keep an eye open. And I told another buddy of mine who goes to a lot of pawn shops to keep an eye open. The problem is I want 18-karat gold, and most of them you stumble across are like 14-karat gold or something. So yeah, it might take a little while to find the one that I want. But yes, I'm all in for a pinky ring. Craig, should the Fope for GS be spring-loaded so no clasp is necessary? That would be something to debate. I think so. I think if they could make it flat, I wouldn't want it round, right? I'd want it flat like a typical bracelet, right? But yeah, if they built in this technology where it just stretches over your wrist, that might be cool. That might be cool. We'd have to get some prototypes going and test it out and all that. And of course, they could sell them in different lengths. It would also be cool if they had that functionality and had an adjustment built into them, both. That might be kind of cool. What's interesting about these Fopes is I never hear anybody talk about them getting stretch like the Rolex bracelets get, because I think because of the way these are made and the way they're typically sized to fit a little bit loose, that there's just never any stress on anything. There's never anything like kind of rubbing against each other and causing that stretch to cause wear. That stress, I mean, to cause wear. So maybe they could engineer a bracelet for a watch that was similar in that regard. So, yeah, it'd be fascinating to look into all that. Let's see. Carlos says, Lance is partying or with a nightmare hangover lately. Craig, just get a custom pinky ring. There you go. That might be what we have to do. 18-karat pinky ring. Craig is paying respect to his Italian-American heritage. There you go. Absolutely. There's probably some Italian in my lineage somewhere. Okay, so what's going on? They still sharing it?
Yeah, and commenting on it.
You're thanking everybody for sharing.
Of course.
And what are the shares up to? How many shares?
11,000 views so far.
11,000 views. How many shares?
How many shares? So total 61
61 shares. Okay, good.
shares. 33 tweets.
Tweets. Yeah.
And 28 retweets.
So 33 people took the time to not only share it, but comment when they were sharing it.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Nice
Yeah.
of them. And you're literally replying to everybody.
And most of them are positive.
Good.
So
Good. Lamont is lucky. Craig missed that. Okay. Sorry, I missed something here. I'm sorry about that. Craig, go 22K. 22 carat. No, I don't want to go 22 carat. That's kind of pushing it a little bit. Or even 24 carat. I mean, that's kind of pushing it a little bit, I think. I think 18 carat is a good sweet spot between strength and beauty. And 18 karat almost never has a corrosion problem or anything like that, depending on the alloy that they use. I think 18 karat is a safe bet. Let's see. Carlos says, no way, Buserv. I vote to remove temporarily Buserv's wrench for being a snith. What's a SNITH? What's a snith? Okay.
snitch.
Craig, I vote myself for a wrench, Trashy Larry. Who can vouch for Trashy Larry? Can I get at least two wrench members to vouch for Trashy Larry? Snitch. Okay, Carlos said snitch. Okay. He fell into my trap, Carlos, and I was going to vote for him to get back right away. Okay, all right, let's show a couple pictures of your watch up close and personal just before we wrap this puppy up. We've been going for almost an hour. Almost an hour.
That was fast.
It goes, it flies. It's the fastest hour in television. SBGX 038. I will do this because I can. Here's an album that I put on my, go to 4, that I put on my Flickr some time ago. And we're going to take some more macro shots of the watch. Now, some of these are not her exact watch. Some of them are stock photos, but that is her exact watch. That is her exact watch there. We're going to take some new macro photos. And that looks like one in white gold. I guess they made it in white gold? Wow. I didn't even know that. See, that's a close-up of the dial, Brie. Gorgeous, right?
Definitely.
That's the 038 Stunner. And that's one brand new. Picture of one brand new. And we got to get some pictures that really show the color of the gold better than some of these. We got to do a better job with the macro photography. We're learning. I love that signed crown. Oh, there's Dan. He should know we're live. I love that signed crown, Brie.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, right?
Wow.
And I love the clasp too. And the lion on the back. I'm really jealous of that because mine doesn't have that. There's me wearing it, Brie.
Cool.
Stunning, right?
I would say so. And it's like a silverish dial.
The dial, yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, switch back to
Silverish.
camera one. I don't think they can take any more of that. I
It's too-
think that's too much.
yeah.
Too much beauty for one podcast here, broadcast. Okay. I've had no problem with my 22K bracelet from, okay, there you go. Cool. I vouch for Trashy. He's an upstanding citizen that contributes greatly. All right, there's one. We need at least one more to vouch for him. Oh, we got an email. I'm sorry, I didn't check the email. I was told a while back that we had an email, and I didn't check it. I've been distracted by all these wonderful comments. Here, cut to 4. This is the watches in question. What steel watches with some gold accents. Yeah, these are interesting pieces, but we've stepped beyond the steel and gold. We've stepped to all gold. Is what we've done. Okay, camera 1. Okay. I sent, okay, Trashy, would you prefer my owner taking care of you with or without me? Stunning case back. How's your sense of smell? It seems okay. And my taste, I can taste things. So yeah, that seems okay. Maybe not 100% because again, the sinuses thing going on, but yeah, I can still smell things. Let's see. Craig, what happened to Kent? I thought Kent and Bree were going to collaborate. Yes, we got to talk to him and get him over here for another collaboration. Yes, we'll try to do that. It's just only so many hours in a day. Derek's in the house. Craig, I tried sending an email, but the file is large. You got to be careful about that. My only goal is to collect 6 identical girl-sized Pateks. That's like what Archie Luxury has. Eduardo's in the house. Craig, Bree's dial looked like my Datejust silver dial. Sent you a photo of it. Yes. Okay. We still got to get one more to vouch for Trashy Larry if we're going to do this thing. Bree, go ahead and switch to camera 4 real quick. This is his Eduardo's with the silver dial.
Oh,
Let's zoom in a little bit here.
I like that.
Gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
See, it's almost the same dial color as yours. Stunning watch. That looks nice, Eduardo. Very, very nice move. Very nice Datejust.
Amazing. Good option.
Let's see here. Let's go. Okay, Craig, I believe a wrenched mailed in ballot for Trashy Larry. Those mail-ins for Trashy have been modified to Biden's. All right, I don't see other rich members stepping up and vouching for Trashy Larry. BU Surf says stop the count. He says stop. Uh-oh. Maybe Trashy Larry isn't going to make it this time. Maybe he's going to have to run next time for the next election. All right, we're going to wrap it up. That's what we're going to do. What's the latest update, Bree? You still getting notifications?
Yes, I am. Some international.
You're not keeping up with the notifications there, young lady. Are you replying to everybody?
Yeah, trying to.
You're trying to, huh? There you go. How many views now? 12,000?
Yep.
12,500 views and counting. Can I vote twice? Oh, Megan's in the house. She says hi to Brianna.
Hi, Megan.
Okay. Cool. That tells us that it's time to wrap up the show. As soon as she always arrives right at the end. Oh well. Show her your watch.
Oh yeah, my watch.
Look at Bree's, Megan. Look at Bree's new gold stunner.
SPGX 038 with the 9F movement.
9F movement. There
18
you go.
karat gold.
There you go. What do you guys think about that? Trashy Larry 2021 says, be you serve. This is 2020. You can vote as many times as you want. I would take care, or Trashy, if he would be a decent liberal, but I think he's more on the orange side. Uh-oh. Craig managing Bree's career with an iron fist, says be you serve. Go easy on Bree, Craig. It's not easy being an instantaneous Twitter celebrity. Yeah, Craig, is it true that you have a winger Swiss Army? Yes, I do have a winger. Yes, I do. And Bree's replying to everybody. What does Pomp have to do with it? You already did it. You should put the link. You should share the link. Go get the link. It's on your website. Give them the link. They need to catch up. They need to get hip. They're not hip.
Yeah, some of them say do one for Peter Schiff, and I already did one for Peter
You
Schiff.
got to reply with the link next time. Give them the link. Get them to retweet. Say, hey, listen, if you retweet this stuff, you would know what's going on. All right. We're going to cut to camera 3 there. We're going to wrap this puppy up.
Bye-bye.
Wrap it up.